if you want to go here and work in Germany, then you better learn, train in order for you to survive here in Germany. You know what? I was able to realize that our teachers before in German are really correct. We have to speak, we have to study, we have to focus on our language. It's because that's the only thing that you can survive here in Germany. If you cannot, then you will experience the worst. You'll be able to experience being out of place. It's because you cannot understand everything. You cannot speak, you cannot express yourself, especially in the workplace. So I would just like to recommend everyone that they have to speak. Like, for example, you have to practice every day by speaking in German with your fellow classmates. You have to learn by reading books, German books, in order for you to discover new vocabulary, new expression. You have to watch German news, German movies and everything in order for you to be better. All the sacrifices that we had before is really worth it. It's because I was able to experience a new German life here in Germany. It's really great. It gives us nurses good opportunities, better health system, better, of course, better future, and most likely good life, more money. And last thing that I would want to say, you have to try something new. Don't be afraid to be corrected. You have to speak. For example, if you don't know, then it's okay to be corrected. Don't be too sensitive enough. It's because Germans are really straightforward. You have to learn on your own mistakes. That's all. I would just like to say you have to put pressure. Put pressure in yourself. It's because when there is pressure, you'll be motivated to do and learn the language. And then, of course, the pressure here in Germany is a little bit different from the pressure in the Philippines. For example, for example, when I learned Deutsch in the Philippines, there is pressure, of course, but it's not that big. Yeah, it's kind of big, but it's not that hard. We were able to manage it. But the pressure here in Germany with the language is really worst when you cannot speak really good German. And then, of course, you have to be direct. You have to start from the scratch. If you think that you didn't learn anything, you didn't understand anything, you have to accept the fact that you have to start from the very scratch. And of course, don't forget to use your precious time by, of course, watching some useful videos about the language, German language in the internet, instead of just wasting your time browsing the Facebook or browsing other things. Then why would you just simply watch online videos that is kind of useful for you? That's all. With regards to teacher, with regards to people, don't be so surprised that Germans are quite direct, straightforward. For example, if you have some problems with your teacher, like for example, you don't find him or her competent enough to teach you, then why don't you talk to her directly? Then he or she would be very happy to correct or to improve his or her teaching. Then of course, don't be afraid to ask questions. If everything is not clear, then don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to be corrected. Don't be too sensitive. It's just normal to be critiqued. It's just normal to be corrected by someone. It's better. It's better if you learn from your mistake by being corrected. So that's all.